Picture this. You've just spent 20 minutes perfecting the perfect AI prompt. You hit enter, and out comes what I call gobbledygook. That's because if we don't train ChatGPT with some type of system, it will not help with content creation and connect with your audience. But how do you get it to actually sound more like you? What's really happening when you're trying to use ChatGPT and it's not giving you what you need? It's because you haven't yet taught it your voice, your personality, your quirks, your humor, your mindset. You're typing a prompt and expecting it to produce something that's in your head. One thing you can do to prevent that is to spend time training it to identify your voice. How do you get started with this? Here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Here's 5 steps. Step 1, study you. Grab 5 to 10 pieces of content you've written that you read it and you just smile because it just sounded perfectly you. Perhaps it was an email. Perhaps it could be a voicemail that you remember leaving or have access to that is so you that you giggle and say, wow, this is so me. I just love it. Or somebody read it and they were like, oh my goodness, this sounds so good. When I was reading it, I heard your voice. I get that a lot. People who tell me they were thinking about something and wanted to call me, and the advice that I gave them in my voice just ran through their head. They described their problem to me, and I said, well, what did my voice say? And when it comes out of their mouth, I'm thinking, yep, that sounds like something I would say. And really, that's your role with ChatGPT, to train it so that when it's spitting out content, it is actually representative of your voice. Step 2 is to just do some brand personality mapping. It's studying you. When you think about your favorite person to talk to, what is it about their conversations that grab your attention? What is it that you remember? Are they funny? Are they witty? Are they filled with a lot of compassion? Start listening to conversations and identifying, especially when you're like wrapped up in it with your friend or with a YouTuber or something you're reading and you're thinking, oh my goodness, this person gets me. Study the language they use to pull you in. What did they do? How did they do it? Your brand, when you are learning how to use ChatGPT to represent your brand, needs to have a consistency. It needs to have a brand personality. Is your brand like talking to a friendly person over coffee? Or is your brand more logically based, where you're thinking just the facts, ma'am, nothing but the facts? You can define 3 core personality traits that you want your brand to have and write them down. Understand them. Give them to Chat and give Chat GPT true examples. Like, here's an example of how I like to respond to an email. Here's my friendly example. Or I don't like chattiness. So when you're answering emails for me or helping me build content, do not use a lot of words. Do not use a lot of 5-syllable and 4-syllable words when a 2-syllable word will do. You're giving chat those instructions on how it's supposed to know what your brand actually feels like, looks like, sounds like. Here's step 3. Learn how to prompt and iterate. Most people write a prompt like this: write me a social media prompt I can use about productivity. Sounds good. But what happens when it just grabs bland information about productivity that doesn't sound like you or sound like your target market? You have to train ChatGPT not only on who you are, but who your target market actually is. Instead of saying, write me a productivity post, you might have to say, write this productivity post in my encouraging mentor style. Make it sound like me and this person are best friends sitting over coffee in a fireside cafe, having some yummy mocha in the dead of winter and warming each other up with warm fuzzy conversation. Now, yeah, I know that was a bit much. So you might use something like, write this in an encouraging mentor style using conversational language with short, punchy sentences, including personal insight, and end with an empowering question that makes people think, and avoid corporate jargon and use accessible analogies. So maybe that's the version that you want to train ChatGPT to understand. So that as it's writing for you, it's writing and understanding your personality. All of these prompt ideas and different ways that you can train chat, it may sound like it's a long process, but step 4 is to actually keep reminding chat of who you are and have statements that you've saved to the side that you can keep feeding it over time. It may do something that's called AI drift, where it drifts away from things that you've taught it. One way to do that is to always start with, hey chat, here's what I want you to do. Here's the instructions that I want you to follow. As it's writing, spend time using a chat flow that allows you to iterate and give it constant adjustments. Say, I don't like that you used all these short sentences. I want you to vary the sentences. The next step is spending time doing human quality checks. Make sure you don't take anything directly and just post. Personalize it and make sure it sounds like you. Now, if you've been following all the steps prior to this moment, then this step won't take you too long. There's this concept called human in the loop. AI is good at being AI, but AI is not human. It's not going to get you 100% of the time. Sometimes some of that gobbledygook will show up in your content. Your work is to inspect everything, never just copy paste, because it may say something off key that's not human, that's so robotic like that it totally missed the mark. If you like this video, share it, like it, and tell somebody else about it. Giving me a comment and telling me what resonated most with you. I spend time reading all of the comments that you give, and I use the comments to help me come up with ideas for future videos. Come back, check the channel, subscribe, and enjoy your day. I'm here to encourage you to always bring your human self as you are interacting with ChatGPT. There is a way to make it work for you, as long as you remember your role is to show up with your beautiful, perfect genius and allow ChatGPT to be your assistant.